Kelly brothers who served in the Vietnam War. So before we talk about that, we'll get a little bit of background information. So what's both of your full names?
You're the
Full
oldest.
name, Roy Lee Kelly,
Ray Dean Kelly.
And what years were you born?
44.
45.
45. Oh, so close in age.
Yeah, 1 year difference.
One
Yeah.
year difference. So tell me a little bit about your childhood, like where you guys grew up, where you were born, that kind of thing.
Here,
We grew up here and was born and grew up here in Willow
Oh, really?
Springs. Graduated high school here.
Really?
Our first 7 years we went to a
Stone-
country school,
Oh,
and then we moved into Willow, graduated high school here at Willow.
what was that school name? The country school?
Stony Point.
Stony Point. And were you guys in the same grade since you were so close in age?
Yeah.
How was that?
Different.
I'm sure it was. My sister's 3 years younger than me, so she's in a different grade than me. Who was the most influential person you as a child?
Probably him.
Yeah, because everywhere we was at, when you seen one of us, you seen the other one.
Oh, yeah. So very close.
Yep.
So you were both drafted into the military?
No,
No, okay.
I enlisted in the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
I joined.
What branch were you a part of?
Army.
The Army?
Yeah.
What made you choose the Air Force?
I don't know. It was easier.
Oh. And were you drafted?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, okay.
I tried to join twice. They turned me down.
Oh. And then you got drafted?
Yeah.
What careers did you want to do when you were younger? Like, what did you want to be when you were younger?
Never did have anything planned.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about your guys' personalities. Do you feel like it was a good fit for being in the military?
Yes, I think everybody ought to.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you both outgoing, or were you kind of more reserved?
50-50.
Both. Where did you guys do basic training at?
I did my basic training at San Antonio, Texas, Lackland Air Force Base.
Oh, really? Where did you?
Fort Bliss, Texas.
Oh, okay. So both in Texas.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny stories from basic training that you can share, of course?
That wasn't no funny story.
No funny stories.
Not in Army.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I got there on a Friday,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't start training until Monday,
Uh-huh.
and I was thinking, what am I doing here?
What month did you go to basic training?
September.
So was it still pretty warm in Texas
Yes,
at that
it
time?
was.
And what month did you go to basic?
I think it was in December.
December. So was it a little cooler then?
Yeah.
Man, I bet it was
What?
warm though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were all of your stations? Where were you guys all stationed?
Where was I stationed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was stationed, took my basic at
Uh-huh.
Lackland. Then I went to Chinook for my tech training. That's
Okay.
at Rantoul, Illinois.
Uh-huh.
From there, I went to Kadena Air Base, Okinawa.
Yeah.
From Okinawa, I went to Perrin Air Force Base, Texas.
Oh wow. Okay.
And on the way back from Okinawa, that's when we got married.
Oh okay.
And then from Texas, we went to Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Oh okay.
And then from North Dakota, we went to Blytheville Air Force Base down here in Arkansas,
Mhm.
there by the Boot Hill. Then I went to Utapao, Thailand from there, and then came back to Blytheville, and they were talking about closing the base. So I went to Little Rock Air Force Base in
Okay.
Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
Then I got orders for Alaska. We went up there, and then came back to Little Rock, and I retired.
So a lot of places.
Yeah.
What about you? Where were you stationed?
In the States.
In the States.
I never did go out.
What was
Mostly
your
in Fort Knox.
Fort Knox? What was your? Do you have any station that you particularly liked over the others? Any favorite stations?
Well, I had a bunch of TDYs. The only one I didn't really care at the time was Guam.
Mm-hmm.
we had more 52s than we had parking places, so we had to keep so many flying.
Yeah.
So I didn't much care for that place.
Yeah.
Good duty in Colorado Springs. I went TDY into there and picked up an aircraft. Went TDY into Montgomery, Alabama, picking up one. I guess that's about all the TDYs. I went TDY to Florida. We had to requalify the aircraft, and that was some good duty.
Yeah. So what was your MOS?
Mine was jet engine.
Jet engine. What was your MOS?
Well, more machine guns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you both served in Vietnam.
Yes.
Do you have any stories to tell about that, or?
Well, I went. I can't tell it doing that, but I went TDY into Cameron Bay and changed an engine and went back to Okinawa.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many years did you serve in the military, both of you?
I stayed 21 years.
21 years. Wow.
21 years, 22 days.
Wow.
And 4 years for
4
me.
years. So what year? From what years did you serve?
I went in 65 to 86.
Okay.
I went, well, it wasn't quite 67 to 70.
Okay. Cool. Did you receive any medals or awards while in the military? Plus all those, obviously, a lot.
But that one, I'll let you read them.
Okay. Yeah. Lots of awards. Wow, that's very impressive. What do you think the hardest part about serving in the military was?
Being away from family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Being away from family. What got you through these hard times of missing your family?
I don't know.
Did you write letters?
Yes.
What did you do after the military, career-wise? I guess you would have retired.
Well, I retired from the military, but I went to work at Armstrong. Well, then it was Bruce Hardwood Flooring, and then it was sold to Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
I was making hardwood flooring, or assisted.
Yeah.
For 19 years.
Oh, wow.
Then I retired again.
Oh, wow. So double retirement. What was your career after?
Working for the city.
For the city?
Yep, 33 years.
Oh, wow. So you guys had spent lots of times in your career that you chose to do. So did you ever marry?
Yes.
You mentioned marrying.
Yeah, I married when I came back from Okinawa. We got married, and then we went to Texas. We had 3 kids, youngins we had 2 girls up North Dakota, and then my son was born when I was in Thailand, and he was from March to December old when I got to see him.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. What was your wife's name?
Janet.
Janet, and your kids?
Jeanette and Cindy and Ray Dean Jr.
And did you ever marry?
Yes.
Do you have any children?
2.
2. What are their names?
Gary and Steve was the oldest. And Gary.
Interesting. Did any of your kids or cousins or anybody follow in your footsteps and join the military?
My oldest daughter thought she knew all about the Air Force, so she joined the Army.
Oh.
And she took her basic training in Fort Dix, I think it is, in McGuire or New Jersey. And then she was stationed in California at Fort Ord, but she was assigned to the Navy as a food inspector.
Oh, interesting.
And she spent 4 years, I think it was.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And what ranks did you both reach? I forgot to ask that.
Master Sergeant, E7.
Oh, wow.
I was E2.
Very impressive. And what do you think was the most rewarding part about being in the military?
Well, it's one thing, the doctors and stuff like that, you get your medicine.
Yeah.
I don't know, getting to meet more people from
Yeah.
different backgrounds, different how do I say it? It'd be nice. You know, like the Hispanic, the blacks, and
Right,
you know,
right.
because at when I joined this military, there was no blacks in this area,
Hmm.
and but so you get to know
Yeah.
each other.
So did you make really good friends in the military?
Yes, we had several.
Hmm. Are you still in contact with any of them?
No, because the one that I was really good friends with passed away.
Oh, I'm, I'm sorry for that.
Hmm.
What's your favorite military memory?
Retirement.
Retirement?
Getting out.
Getting out?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had several. You know, we had several different occasions, but retirement was one of the biggest ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't bad after you got in there for a while.
Really?
That first time it was bad.
Yeah. I could see that. Do you have any advice for this country
No.
that we can say in just
No.
a few seconds, not, hours and hours?
No, not the way it is now. You can't say nothing.
Yeah. What about for those joining the military? Any pieces of advice you'd like to share to them?
I'd tell them to join the Air Force.
Join the Air Force?
Yeah.
Would you tell them not to join the Army or
Yeah, I'd tell them they
join
need
the
to.
Army? Yeah.
Because I don't know. I've talked to several people who said that the Air Force had the best barracks. They had the best food
Hmm.
and didn't do as much.
So you'd be like Air Force all the way.
Yeah.
Do you think America's doing a good job honoring veterans, or is there more that we can do?
Well, they're getting better.
Getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I know, like my grandfather, he's a veteran, and he really appreciates how, like in Willow, they have the Veterans Day Assembly at school, and he appreciates things like that. So do you appreciate Veterans Days assemblies?
Oh yeah.
Yes. I
You
do.
enjoy going to them.
Yes.
Mhm.
So thank you for sharing your stories with me.